No, 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 please. Okay. We are co-creators of our reality. We like it or we don't like it. We are creating all the time the things that we are experiencing. The only difference is when you are creating in a conscious way or unconscious way. When you are creating as a conscious way, you are creating a change. You are saying, I want to change. I'm going to change. And that change is going to be what I want the world to be there. Unfortunately, the majority of the people, they are creating things unconscious without a awakened conscience.
That's true.
And you see, you told about the TV.
Yeah,
I will add the movies. You know, what are the themes in the movies? A lot of violence, a lot of things, you know, and people they are enjoying that thing. At the same time, in another level, they are creating that thing, you know, in this reality.
That's right. What we put our minds to, that which we focus on, is that what we're going to carry on. Now, I skipped over you because I wanted to hear them. But those of you who don't know, this is my beloved Nibor. Nibor, what have you seen from your point of view? We get my point of view often.
What do I see from my point of view?
Of what's going on.
Evolution isn't particularly focused. Evolution has just happened. But we are now at the top of the food chain. We are at the top of the evolution chain. We have the ability to direct evolution. Unfortunately, we don't all agree on which way to put it. And I think that what we must do is those of us who have found what we believe is the right way to go must try to put forth things that will have other people go our same way. Unfortunately, I worked on Madison Avenue in New York City for a while. You know, the Madison Avenue in the United States can sell anybody anything. They literally can. They can create markets for things that never exist. We had no idea about computer games, and they have created this incredible market for computer games. We've got to find those things, and it's a hard search, but we've got to find those things which, if we push them into creation, will help us in the position we are in. And the one nice thing is that which is good, that which is good for us, we will evolve towards, because that which is good for us will enable us to come stronger and to work toward that. This is part of what evolution does. You know, the term survival of the fittest is actually more like survival of that which blends best.
Okay, that was what I was talking about earlier, is the survival of the fittest was somebody's interpretation of Darwin. What Darwin conveyed, as best I can find out, is in some sense survival of that which adapts. to the changing conditions.
Blends best.
Yeah. Okay. Although global disaster is all but inevitable, I didn't make that up. It's not a scare technique or anything else. But if we have any sense and look at what's going, it's the great big wave you were talking about that washes over. There's a lot of stuff we cannot stop, and we have to live with. And I don't call that doom and gloom. I call it challenge. And if I'd had the good sense to have my poem named Challenge, I would read it to you. But it's in the box right now. I'll read it to you another time. Challenge to become what is possible with human beings. Our chances of long-term species survival are completely feasible. But we have to adapt, and we have to recognize that we are a part of the body of Gaia. We are a part of this whole world of beings, and they deserve their time too. I have 2 books I highly recommend to you. This one, which I carry with me a great deal. This Scatter, Adapt, and Remember. And the woman, this is not a bestseller, or that sort of thing, but she says it in such a way that's very reasonable. She looks into the past. We are living in the 6th extinction. We're already in the thing that most species will die off the world this time. We can survive by learning to adapt to what's happening. The other book that I urge you to look into by John Michael Greer, who is a good druid, very fine man, and an extremely good writer. His approach to the end of cheap energy, and that's one of the waves, if you will, one of the threads in this whole thing. He calls it the long descent. And I think we can already see what he's talking about. He says, no, there will not be one blinding catastrophe. I guess there could be, but it's not going to be. Could be when Yellowstone blows. And this is, Myra knows about this and has told me a lot of times. The largest caldera in the world is underneath Yellowstone. Largest caldera in the world. Wow. And it is showing signs of coming very, very close to blowing. Old Faithful is not faithful anymore. That will not fountain up on the regular 20-minute or whatever it was.
The entire area is tipping. One side's coming up, the other side's going down.
And things are differing out there. Okay, traditionally somebody said to a scientist, well, how often does it explode? And he said, every 60,000 years.
600,000.
60 what?
600,000.
600,000 years. That's more than tomorrow.
And everybody said.
And so they said, well, how close are we? And he said, about 5 minutes. In other words, we are in the stage right now where we don't know whether it's going to happen tomorrow, next week, or 50 years down the road. But 50 years is a very short time in the earth. We may be here. When it goes, there will be catastrophe. There will be changes in the earth and all that sort of thing. But barring that, what we're going to find and what we've already found, in fact, they named it, not the Great Depression, but this last downward step. Some people are calling the Great Recession. Recession. It's not much different from a depression, is it? In John Michael's book, he speaks of the long descent because we'll have a trouble like the Great Recession, and we'll drop, and we will adapt, and we will learn, and we will cope, and we'll go along a little while longer, and something else will happen, and we'll drop, and we will adapt, and we will cope. So that his view of the transition time between culture as we know it and the potentiality of a new kind of culture. His attitude is that it's going to be a series of disasters that each one will challenge the group to find a way to handle. Our biggest talent is our ability to adapt. And we must adapt in a way that benefits all of the creatures, and grass, and leaves, and the worms, and everything else that is useful as best we can. Some species have died out, will be dying out, and we've contributed enormously to that. But I think that we have opportunity here if we will take it. Imagine the very worst thing you can. Look, imagine total, almost annihilation. Imagine the worst thing and work from there. Because it's always going to be a little bit better than that. Thank you. Thank you very much. Don't just clap, go home and do something about it.
All right.
If you want to get my business card before we leave here,